Well, we're back on the lake today at good old Lake Lavon again, whereas where I pretty much test them all. And this time I was fortunate enough to get another piece of inventory. This is a 2019 Tracker 190 Tournament TX. This boat's got the 115 horsepower 4-stroke Mercury. I think they call it a Pro XS. And got a pretty nice day. As I said, I was fortunate enough to get another piece of inventory in this pandemic time. These things, as I say, many times before, are hard to come by now. This boat is, it's as close to new as you can get. It's got, I think, 25, 26 hours on it. Just super condition. Like I said, it's pretty much looks new. Carpet, everything's perfect. Seats, perfect. Step back here and let you see the motor running. And once again, just purring like a kitten, running like a wristwatch. Got a good strong stream of water coming out of the water check valve. This boat does have a water pressure gauge, and it's got great water pressure. When I'm running, it's up over 15 pounds, and that's as good as you'll find. I put this thing's got a brand new Lowrance X7 I just put on it because it was missing the fish finder when I got it. They come with a 5, but I upgraded it to a 7 so it'd have a little bigger screen. Put a ram mount on it. Let you see the dash here. It's idling at what is that, around 800-900. It's just as smooth as glass. And there's the water pressure gauge right there. It's idling at almost 5 pounds. That's really good for idle. These things a lot of times will drop down to where it reads nothing, even though it's probably got 1 or 2 pounds, but it's shooting a good strong stream, holding good pressure. And needless to say, this is the lake check thing that I do. So we'll get ready to take a spin. I'll try to keep this a little shorter than some of the others. I want to do a walk around on it once I get back to the boat ramp, so here we go. As I've said before, and it's worth repeating, I can't wring these things out and hold this camera at the same time, so I'm going to get up probably about half throttle, but I've already GPSed it, and it GPS's 48 miles an hour, and that's with the factory aluminum prop, so a nice stainless steel, and you might be able to crest 50. Now I'm in it by myself, so another person, and depending on the size of the person, that always makes a difference. But here we go, planing on out, and we're on plane, just that simple. I'm gonna trim it up a little. Here's the water pressure gauge, and as you can see, it's actually reading more like almost 20, which is just outstanding for these things. It shows it's hardly been used. Certainly got an excellent impeller in it, that's for sure. This 190, to me, as good as the 175's run and ride, this 190 is noticeably better. And of course, you can put that big 115 on the 190s. So being longer, and they really do ride well. It's a little, not windy today, but it's choppy enough. You might be able to tell that looking out there. Sorry for the wind. I know that's a distraction, but there's just hardly any way to run these things without having that, so bear with me. Slow it down a little bit here. Speedometer is reasonably accurate on this boat. GPS is showing right at 23, and it's maybe a couple miles faster than the GPS is actually doing it. That's why GPS in this boat shows 50 in just a regular speedometer, but here's the tack. it up a little bit, get her running up on plane. This thing is impressive. I really like these 190s. They're a little longer, of course, than the 175s and a little narrower than the 195s. So it's kind of gives you that, I don't know, a little bit more of a performance factor. Kind of like the old cigarette boats, except in bass boat, aluminum bass boat form. But anyhow, all kidding aside, this is a really, really nice running boat. I'll do a walk around once you get it put back on the trailer and land inspection, I guess you'd say. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Well, it's kind of late in the evening, but I did want to do a quick walk around land inspection on this 2019 Tracker 190 Tournament TX with a 115 Mercury Pro XS, 115 horsepower. So you could at least see, since I did a late check on it, I covered most of the things as far as interior and that sort of thing goes, although I'll show it to you one more time. But this is just a super nice boat. I believe it would qualify for immaculate. I don't believe there's any scratches on the sides or no scratches in the decals. And for that matter, I'll show you the bottom. The only scratches I see on the bottom are from when it was put up, slid up on the trailer, the bunk, so it might have rubbed just a little, from putting it on the trailer, but it doesn't look like it's ever been beached. Just a really nice boat. I like these 190s. They are long and about the width of a 175, so they really run good. Kind of like the performance boats. Long nose, narrow hulls. It's not particularly narrow. It's, like I said, it's about the width of a 175. I don't know, maybe a couple inches wider, so I wouldn't call it narrow, but it's just got a good stance to it. There's the motor, as you can see, it's just super clean. Here's the seats. Didn't have them in when I did late check, but and then of course I did show the drivers and the passenger seat. The casting seats weren't in it, and they're like new because they are new. Adjustable pro pole. But anyhow, that'll give you an idea. This thing is just really a exceptional boat. But anyhow, that'll take care. I'll tie that up. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.